The Federal High Court in Abuja has imposed a fine of 17 million naira on 3 litigants and their lawyer for filing a frivolous suit seeking to stop the inauguration of the president-elect, Bola Tinubu. Justice James Omotoso imposed the fine on Praise Ilemona, Audu and Anongu Moses, who jointly instituted the suit, praying for an order to halt the May 29th swearing-in of Bola Tinubu as president. The 3 litigants are to jointly pay the president-elect a sum of 10 million naira and another 5 million naira to the All Progressives Congress, who were part of the 7 defendants in the suit. Justice Omotoso also ordered that an interest of 10% be placed on the judgment's debt per year until when finally liquidated. Counsel to the plaintiffs, Daniel Eloma, who filed the suit, declared as vexatious by the court, was ordered to pay 1 million naira to each of Bola Tinubu at the APC. The judge held that the plaintiffs lacked the local standard to file the suit, adding that the court could not exercise jurisdiction to hear it because it relates to a presidential election. TVC News Judiciary correspondent Celestina Ria joins us on the news now for updates on this development. Celestina, 2 different matters but relating to the May 29 inauguration day. Let's begin with the one from the Federal High Court. 17 million naira fine. Help us better understand the picture.
Well, Abosede, before we go into that was delivered today, the judgment was delivered yesterday. Also, the suit yesterday also sought to halt the inauguration, I beg your pardon, scheduled for 29th May. But yesterday, the court held, it was a suit filed by Albert Uru of the Hope Democratic Party. He was a presidential candidate in the 2019 presidential election. He brought the suit before the Federal High Court seeking to stop the inauguration, saying that the 2019 election, he won the 2019 election. So the court was taken aback, saying that it was a frivolous suit, it was an abuse of court process, and imposed a fine of 40 million naira against him to be paid to the respondent. And that was yesterday. Today, the Federal High Court, Justice Omotoso, imposed a fine of 17 million naira on 5 plaintiffs. They brought the suit on the grounds alleging that the president-elect did not secure 25% of lawful votes in the FCT, and as such, the court should make an order stopping his inauguration. And the Federal High Court today said that he has no jurisdiction to entertain that suit because it is an issue that arose from the presidential election. And the plaintiffs in question were not presidential candidates in the just completed presidential election. And the tribunal, which is the presidential election court, is already sitting, and every issue that arose from the presidential election has been tabled before the tribunal. So the court was not very happy and said that their counsel, which is the lawyer, ought to have advised them rightly. They ought not to have brought frivolous suits before the court. And also today, the Supreme Court dismissed the appeal filed by the People's Democratic Party on grounds that first, the court lacked the jurisdiction. The PDP had no locus to institute the suit in the first place. The PDP has no business interfering in the political affairs of another political party. And the suit in itself was started bad. So there were a lot of grounds. The PDP had also challenged the nomination of Kashim Shettima as the vice presidential candidate that ran alongside Bola Tinubu. They said that he had double nomination, that he was nominated to contest the seat of Bonus Central Senatorial District, and also he took that of the vice president. So, but his counsel made it known that it was not a case of double nomination, which the court also agreed. Because if you look at Section 142 of the Constitution, you will see that his own election or selection or into the vice is not it's not a nomination. It's an associate to run with the president. I will note that Section 141 of the Constitution said there will be a federation of the vice president. And bearing in mind that Kashim Shettima tendered a resignation or withdrawal to a form, he sent it to APC, saying that he is withdrawing from the senatorial race to focus on being the vice president. And this form the APC sent to INEC, which INEC received. And the court made it categorically clear that the PDP could not tender any documentary evidence to prove that it was a case of double nomination. So the court awarded a cost of 2 million naira against the plaintiffs in favor of the respondents. The trial court, which the appellate court, I beg your pardon, which is the Court of Appeal, before the issue got to the Supreme Court, awarded a cost of 5 million naira against the PDP. This is the concurrent decision from the trial court, which is the Federal High Court, to the appellate court, and now the Court of Appeal. So, Abosede, I can tell you that there is no subsisting court order anywhere to stop or halt the inauguration scheduled for 29th May, which will be the 7th scheduled inauguration since 1999.
Antina, if we may quickly go back to the one coming from the Federal High Court. Now, this is the court of first instance. Have we heard anything just yet from the team if they're planning to explore other options, at the higher courts?
Well, we couldn't get the counsel to the plaintiff to speak to us after the proceedings of the day, but it is their right if they decide to explore their options in law by taking it to the higher court. But pending when that is done, the judgment of the Federal High Court subsists, and there is no other court of competent jurisdiction or a higher court or a superior court that has overturned the judgment as of now.
All right, Celestina, thank you for that update.